children! We meet again in our online class. So how have you all been doing? I hope all of you are keeping well at home and stay safe at home and keep yourself occupied with a lot of fun things, okay? So today we are still going to complete our lesson on mathematics, okay? So we are going to revise back what we have done from the previous months in school. We learned addition, Mr. Plus, Mr. Equal, and Mr. Captain Number. Okay, so without further ado, let's get started. Are you ready? Okay, let's start. So I have here with me my my whiteboard here. Yeah. So before we start, let's revise from the previous lesson if you can still remember. Okay. So just like similar to our class, we have to find our Mr. Captain number. Do you still remember? Okay, now let's have a look. Let's say we have a square here plus another square equals to another box right here. So let's say I put here A and I put here B and I put here C. Okay, so from this equation we have A right here and we also have B and we have C. So, which one is our Mr. Captain number? Is it A? Ta-da! Is it B? Ta-da! Or is it C? Ding, 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 ding! That's our Mr. Captain number. Okay, remember we call this the lying down equation. We pretend like our captain number is lying down in this equation. Okay, so let me rub this off. I have lost my duster, so I have to use tissue paper here. But that's okay, it still works. Okay, so now let's go with the standing up equation. Okay, we pretend our captain number is standing up. Okay, so let's say we have a square right here plus another square right here equals to, remember we learned about this, like this is the upstairs of the house and this is the downstairs and this is way down on the ground, remember? Okay, so let's say I put here Mr. A, Mr. B and Mr. C. So can you help me find Mr. Captain number? Which one is our captain number? Beep, 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 beep. Ding, 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 ding. You got it right. It is Mr. C. So Mr. Captain number is right here. So you have to bear in mind that captain number is always the biggest number of all. Okay. Now let me rub it off. And let's go with the last one. Okay. Now let's go. Let me change my marker to the blue marker now. Okay. Now let's have a look. Now this is the one that you always find tricky in school. Okay, it has one hand up and one hand down and a square right here and another square right here. So let's say if I put Mr. A here, Mr. B and Mr. C. So which one is our Mr. Captain number? Remember, it's the biggest number of all. When we add two numbers together, that makes up the captain number. Which one? You got it right! It's this one, Mr. A. So this is our Mr. Captain number. Okay, so let me rub it off. That's a quick recap of all three equations that we have learned so far from previous months in school. And I think all of you have done a great job. You remember where our Mr. Captain numbers are. Okay, so now let's proceed with today's lesson. Similar to the first maths video that I've done before, we also have to revise back, but last time we learned two different ways, right? We learned objects on top of one. We learn how to find captain number. We learn, let's say we have 2 here and we have 4 here. So we learned that we have to fill in the boxes with the numbers, right? So it should be 2 plus 4 equals to, remember we have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 plus 4 equals to 6. Okay, that's what we learned, okay? And today we are going to go with the standing up equation. Let me have it right here, okay? So let's say I have here 1 square and another square and another square, okay? So I'll put Mr. Plus here and Mr. Equals. So let's see, do you still remember the rooms? Remember the rooms? Yes, so each box will have 9 rooms, okay? 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, okay? And let's go with this one. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. And don't forget with the one at the bottom. 2, 4, 6, 8, and 9. Do you still remember this? Do you still remember this equation? Yes, okay. So let's say I put here 2, I put here 5, okay? So every room, remember we cannot skip any room, we have to follow it side by side, okay? So let's say 2. So how many circles do we put in there? Yes, we put 1 and 2. And how many do we have here? 5, okay? And how many do we write in the boxes? Correct, we put 5. So 1. Oh, I skipped a room. Is that right? Ta-da! We can never skip any room. It should be side by side, okay? So 1, 2. I skipped a lot of rooms there. Is that correct? Ta-da! We shouldn't skip any room. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, Mr. Captain Number is still a mystery that we have to figure out. Now, let's see. What do we do? So remember, we have to cross and bring it down. Cross and bring it down. Do you still remember? That's great. Okay, let's do that. 2 plus 5 equals to, how many? Let's bring them down. While counting. Don't forget, okay? We have to do it while counting. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ding-ding-ding. Okay, now we count again. How many do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So how many do we write? We write Mr. 7. So do you still remember this way? This is how we find. This is another way, another form that we can use to find our captain number. Okay? So that's great over there. Okay, I think let's go on with another one. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, so I've wrapped off all the numbers and the circles that we have used previously. So now let's try with another numbers. Okay, still in the same form of equation, standing up equation. Okay, so now I think I want to put maybe Mr. 5 here. And maybe I want to put Mr. 4 right here. Okay, and this one we keep it as a mystery. Shh, we'll figure out later. Okay, so now 5. So remember all the rooms that we have? How many circles do we have to put inside? Similar to this one, if we have 5, we have to fill in the boxes with 5 dots. Okay, but can we skip any room? Ta-ta! We have to follow side by side. Okay, so let's start with the first one. And remember, we can never start from the end. We have to always start from the very beginning. Okay? So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's correct. We didn't skip any room. That's amazing. Okay, now 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ding! Okay, now captain number, where are you? How many will we make together from 5 and 4? Okay, 5 plus 4 equals to, what do we have to do? Oh, Miss Eka has forgotten. Can you help me? What do we have to do? Ding! You got it right. We have to cross and bring it down. Cross and bring it down. By keeping quiet or by counting? Yes, you're doing it when you are counting together. Okay, let's do that. We always start from the top number. Okay? So 1, 2. I can't hear you. Can we all count together? Good. Okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, this time around we fill all the rooms. That's great, guys. And 9 is a big number. Remember, do not write it in a wrong way. Okay, make sure it's facing the right way. So we have 9 dots here. So our Mr. number is 9. So 5 plus 4 equals to 9. Oh, you did a great job. I think I want to high five each and every one of you. High five. Ding, 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 ding. And I'm giving you a lot of stars. Ding, 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 ding. You did great. Okay, so now since all of you are doing really well with this, let's go on with a little tricky one right after this. Okay? Ding! Look at my board. It's all erased. Okay, so that means you are going to go with another form of equation. I can still remember all of you find this one. I mean, the one that we are going to make very soon is quite tricky, but that's okay. That's the use of revision. Okay, we're going to revise and hopefully it can help you to remember better and do better with the worksheets later on. Okay, so now I'm going to divide my board into 2 parts. Okay, so let's have it here. I have 1 square and I have 2 more right here. Okay, there it is. Okay, so let's say, okay, again before we start, so can you help me out with which one is the captain number? Is it, okay, let me put A, B, and C. Okay, so which one is our captain number? Ding! You got it right. It's right here, the one here alone, because it will be the total of the biggest number. Okay, so now let me wrap off all the letters so that it won't get you confused later on. Okay, so let's say I want to put 3 and maybe 3 and 6, maybe 3 and 6. Okay, and okay, let's say we have here 1, 2, 3. Okay, and how many circles do you have to draw for 6? Make sure it's 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now it's time to figure out the captain number. Okay, so let's see how many do 3 and 6 make to get Mr. Captain number. Okay, let's try. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ding, ding, ding. You got it right. 9 right here. Okay, so this is our captain number. Okay, so now this is the trickiest part of all, but I hope you can do well. Okay, so let's revise. So I'm going to put first square plus the second square equals to captain number. And remember, we have another one. Okay, let me change the color first to not get you confused. Okay, now similar to the one on top, we have 1. But I'm sorry, I keep saying it's square, but turns out I made a rectangle. Okay, so let's just call it box. Okay, now another box equals to another box. Okay, so this to remember, when it's in this form, our captain number is here, but when it's lying down equation, which one is our captain number? Correct, right at the end here. Okay, so what do we do is, remember, we have to put Mr. Captain number into Mr. Captain number's boxes. Okay, so which one is our captain number? 9. So we put 9 here and we put 9 here. Okay, that's great. That's great. That's great. Okay, so captain number should stick at their own space. Can we put 9 here? Because this is not the captain number spot. So captain number should always stick at their own spot. Okay, Now let's have a look. So we have 3 and 6. So it means 3 plus 6 equals to 9. So I'm going to put 3 plus 6 equals to 9. Okay, so this is the number bond. So you have to remember how to find the one down here. So we already have 9, ding, 6, ding, 3, ding. But down here we have 9, ding, but these two boxes are still empty. So what do we do? Remember, when we have 3 and 6 here, we have to turn and switch their spots. Do you still remember? 3 and 6, turn and switch their spots. So it means if 3 is here, when we turn and switch their spot, it becomes 3 right here. And what about the 6? What about 6? When 3 moves over there, 6 goes over here. There you go. So this is the same equation by using the number bonds. Okay, so 3 plus 6 equals to 9. 6 plus 3 equals to 9 as well. Let's see from the form here. Okay, so 3 plus 6 equals to 9 and 6 plus 3 equals to 9 as well. So this is a trick here that we have been doing so long in schools to help you familiarize with it. But I think with this revision, you can do much better at home with Mommy and Daddy's guidance, okay? So remember, to figure this out, you have to switch and turn. Turn and switch their spots, okay? So let me rub everything off. We're going to go with another one, and then you can proceed with the worksheets, okay? Okay, I've rubbed off all the numbers and leave the boxes empty for us to use now. Okay, so for now, this time round, I think we can go quicker than before because we have revised. Okay, so again, this is a captain number, and these two would be the two numbers that we add together to make up our captain number. Okay, let's go on with this one. Maybe I want, maybe can I put 4 here? And I want to put 3 here. Okay? So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many circles do we have to put down here? 3 as a number. 1, 2, 3. And let's count for the captain numbers. Count and cross. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Now remember, the captain number for lying down equation always stays at the right end here. So what's the first thing we have to do? Move the biggest number first, okay, which is our captain number 7. So 7 is the biggest number now. So let's move captain number to captain number spot. You cannot put it right at the front or right in the middle because that's not their spot, okay? So go. 7. So we put 7 both. Okay, so now these 4 are empty. So let's have a look at the equation here. So it says here 4 plus 3 will make up 7. So let's go with 4 plus 3. So we put here 4 plus 3. And these two are missing. What do we do? Remember the technique? Turn and switch. Turn and switch. Okay, so 4 and 3, it's time for you to turn and switch. So turn and switch their spots. So 3 will become at the front and 4 will become at the back. Okay, so 4 plus 3 equals to 7 and 3 plus 4 equals to 7. Okay, so that's about it. We are done with our revision. So from the previous mathematics class, we learned 2 ways to find our equation, to find our captain number. And then for this time round, we revised another 2 ways to find our Mr. Captain number. So hopefully all of you understand it so much better now. And similar to the previous lesson, I have attached all the worksheets in each of your kids' email, so you can get them, and you can do it together with the kids. Parents, please help to do it together with the kids. And similar to the previous class, I have also included the YouTube video link. But remember, you have to complete the whole worksheets first, and then you go with the YouTube video and answer following questions to it. Okay, I hope you're doing much better and you can proceed with it. And I'll see you later at 3 o'clock for Q&A session if you have any troubles with any of the equations that we have revised so far. Okay, and hopefully we can move on with subtraction, a new topic, after we're done with all this revision. Okay, so that's about it. Please do your worksheets and please occupy yourself with a lot of beneficial things and have fun and stay safe at home. Okay, I'll see you soon in another class. Bye bye.